We all are dealing with anxiety, stress, overthinking, sleep issues, and we keep hearing that just breathe. But what that exactly means?
मतलब इतना गुस्सा आ रहा है, feel like very angry at someone, ठीक है, and the गुस्सा आ रहा है, you have to in that moment you have to realize कि अच्छा okay, I have to slow my breath down. Sometimes in some situations, for example, if I'm in a business meeting and I something triggers me, okay, but I don't want to like ruin my business now for my whatever I'm angry. So you have to find a way sometimes to just instantly like snap out of it because the stakes are very high.
Hey Sukriti, thanks for joining. Welcome to my channel.
Hi Zaheen, yeah, thank you for having me.
So I think we all needed this conversation. We all are dealing with anxiety, stress, overthinking, sleep issues, and we keep hearing that just breathe. But what that exactly means? I mean, we always get that suggestion. So I want to start from very basic. I want you to explain what pranayama is and why breath is given so much importance in yoga.
Yeah, so I think pranayam is like pranayam we know is control of the breath. Basically, it's awareness and control of the breath. So, matlab, you are breathing, right? Even if you don't realize. Obviously, everyone is breathing. We don't have to like do take effort to breathe, right? Like it's an involuntary thing. But what pranayam is, it's not just that. It's not ki you're breathing, it's called pranayam. It's like when you actually like do something with your breath. मतलब अभी तो मैं सांस ले रही हूँ, right? But if I actually make it like faster or slower because of because I want to, if I control my breath, then that becomes pranayam. And so then like why do you have to do it? Basically like अगर जैसे if you realize if you're stressed out, for example, and उस समय if you just notice your breath, it will be very like fast. Okay. If you're very calm or when you're sleeping, for example, if you're having a very good sleep, your breath will be very slow. So your mind is directly connected to your breath. Actually मतलब उसमें हमें कुछ करना नहीं है. Literally that's how biology works, right? It is actually controlled and we don't realize it. So if you're really stressed, for example, and you end up focusing on your breath because you know कि this connection is there, now you've learned it, now you know this, right? अगर if you want you can also like now you know this, you can read about this on the internet and you'll see the science and all of that. um, so now if you want to calm down in that situation, you just make your breath slow because you know it's already fast because of some situation. So then you control it and you make it slow.
Okay.
So that is the concept of pranayam, like controlling your breath and being aware of it. First you be aware ki like this is happening and then you control it.
You need to know कि अच्छा I'm getting anxious, so my breath is increasing, and then you have to slow down. Does that really work? मतलब slowing down the breath and then you
Yeah,
feel
of course. Yeah, of course. You have to actually do it in that moment. But मतलब you have to be aware of it. मतलब इतना गुस्सा आ रहा है, feel like very angry at someone, ठीक है, and the गुस्सा आ रहा है, you have to in that moment you have to realize कि अच्छा okay, I have to slow my breath down and you actually have to do it. Sometimes ऐसे होता है कि तुम इतने गुस्से में कर ही नहीं रहे हो because you're just on that role of being angry, right?
या वो
मतलब
सच में लेकिन समझ में नहीं आता ना कि ये लाइक यू आर टेलिंग मी कि अवेयरनेस इज वेरी
exactly.
इंपॉर्टेंट, क्योंकि गुस्से
Yeah,
में
first
कभी
step is
समझ नहीं
awareness.
आता है हमको कि
Yeah,
वी
yeah.
हैव टू काम डाउन वैसा.
हाँ, लेकिन अगर तुम्हें आदत पड़ गई है तो आदत की बात है कि अब तो नाउ यू नो, राइट? तो नाउ इफ यू रिमेम्बर फॉर इवन फॉर अ 1 सेकेंड गुस्से में अगर याद आ गया कि ओ माय गॉड ये मैंने कहीं पे सुना था या इसके बारे में पढ़ा हुआ है, लेट्स ट्राई इट, and you try it, then it'll help you. It actually helps me because sometimes in some situations, for example, if I'm in a business meeting and I something triggers me, okay, but I don't want to like ruin my business now for my whatever I'm angry. So you have to find a way sometimes to just instantly like snap out of it because the stakes are very high. Right?
It really works for you. I mean, sometimes like when you I used to work, अगर कोई ऐसी
Yeah,
सिचुएशन आ गई जहाँ पे maybe I have a conflict with my manager और कुछ हो गया, then in that
yeah,
moment I used to get very anxious. I used to overreact या फिर reaction दे दिया कुछ which I should not. तो
yeah,
ऐसा breath work के through I can calm myself down.
yeah. It is like it is, yeah, it's so weird, right? It's really like, how can it be so easy?
Yeah, it is so simple,
Yeah,
to hear
it
कि
is so
just
simple.
breathing and we can control our emotions, our mood and everything.
Yeah. But you don't have to be like, oh, मैं सांस ले रही हूँ, I just have to focus on my breath. उतने में नहीं होगा because that is तो already fast, right? You have to like consciously make it slow down. मतलब, and how do you do it? Like, जैसे if you're like inhale, exhale बहुत जल्दी जल्दी हो रहा है, right? One inhale, second exhale बहुत जल्दी. So then you have to, if you make your exhale longer, मतलब when you're exhaling,
Hmm.
you count in your head 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 while you're exhaling. So that is like that sets your nervous system. That's science again. Now you know, so you can read about this if you're interested, right? अगर
Yeah.
whoever is listening, if they're interested, you just read about this, like how exhaling for longer actually calms your nervous system down. So this is like science. It's like you're playing with your body to like actually make it function, but that's how it works. Like,
Okay.
yeah,
That's great. And as I already mentioned, anxiety, panic attack. So, a lot of people deal with anxiety and panic attack, and in that moment, they don't know how to behave or
yeah,
they don't have clarity.
yeah.
Any breathing technique that would help to deal with anxiety and panic attack?
Yeah, so like we can do it now also. Like I'm not utna anxious right now, but still we can just do it. We can be even more calm. Like you will also be able to feel it. So you can see, if it's
You
actually
want me to
happening.
do this with you?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh,
It's
okay.
nothing. See, this is like something we don't, even if you're with someone, they won't even realize you're doing it.
Acha,
Like it's visible. Yeah. Okay. So what we'll do is when you're inhaling, you count in your head sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4. Do like 4 counts. 1 second. And when you're exhaling, do 6 counts.
okay. इनहेल करते
Understood?
वक्त 4 काउंट करना है और एक्सहेल करते वक्त 6.
हाँ हाँ.
ठीक है. ओके.
Okay, let's do it.
I have to close my eyes.
You can close your eyes if you want.
It is
But
not.
when you're in public, it's not necessary because in public you can't close your eyes, ना sometimes.
अच्छा, ओके, ठीक है.
Right now, if you want, you can.
I'm done. It feels
Yeah,
good.
so, है ना?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
Do you
really
feel like
huh?
do you feel like your thoughts have just shut down?
Yes, I'm feeling a little calm.
Yeah.
So how many times we have to do this? I mean, I did 5 times.
Utna, see, you're feeling now better already.
Yeah.
More than enough. I think we just spent 1 minute.
Only 1 minute.
Yeah. Like 1, 2 minutes, I think we spent right now. And five. That's 2 minutes. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. ओके, तो मेरा नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन है रिलेटेड टू एंजाइटी ओनली एंड
Yeah.
ओवर थिंकिंग. तो
Hmm.
एंजाइटी एंड ओवर थिंकिंग बोथ आर कनेक्टेड. When we
Yeah.
overthink, we get anxious, and
Yeah.
most of the times we are thinking about our future, or we are just stuck in our past. So
Yeah.
um, one breathing technique that would help us to stay in the moment or be present, which is very difficult, for most of the people.
Yeah. No, this too is something like even I have to constantly work on. So like one thing that really helps me first of all is like when your like mind goes to the past or the future now, you build the habit of just like noticing it. Like if you're thinking about the past too much, then जैसे ही ऐसे thought आ रहा है, like at least notice it and be like, okay, now I'm thinking about the past. At least be aware of it first of all. Or if you're thinking worrying about the future, just remind yourself कि oh right now I'm worrying about the future. ठीक है, once you're done with that, then your thing is to actually like step out of it, right? Like you want to be in the present moment. और हमें ये नहीं realize होता हम सब sometimes आजकल की जनरेशन में ये इतना है कि गोल बनाओ, मैनिफेस्ट करो, अचीव योर ड्रीम्स। ये सब के चक्कर में वी आर यूजुअली प्लानिंग फॉर द फ्यूचर, थिंकिंग अबाउट द फ्यूचर, करेक्ट? बट आई फील लाइक there's this, that is one thing हमें भी सोचना चाहिए कि if you live in the present it's not that scary, like you can still मतलब live, like you don't have to distract yourself, you don't have to constantly like uh, worry about the future to achieve it. तो ये पहले एक बात ये समझनी होगी कि it's not scary to live in the present. And then like a breathing technique, like you know what we did right now, like you, if you just do, you felt right, like more in the present, like more aware of what you're doing. Like even I did, because earlier I was like, oh, ye sab karna hai. There was a list in my head, and then I just felt more like what is happening. And
Mhm.
are you scared right now of living in the moment? No. You
Mhm.
still know ki, yeah, exactly. So I think that is it. And like see this long exhale ka thing now, if you really see, like it genuinely helps. Like even if you're not, if you're outside, you're doing something and you're constantly worrying about something while walking also, just don't be like, oh my god, I'm so bad, my brain is so bad, it's constantly worrying. Don't like first of all like put bad thoughts in yourself. ऐसे ही you're thinking, right? And ऊपर से you so yourself कि oh my god, this is so bad. So that is so like just let it be. ठीक है, हो रहा है, let it be, whatever. Just come back to your like sensations. For example, if you're walking, just notice that you're walking, like your leg is moving, right? So just put your whole focus on your legs moving. Just like feel how your legs are moving forward. If you're outside, you can look up, look at the tree, look at people, just look at whatever is around you. Like make your senses thoda externalized, like focus on that. And if you're like holding like your phone, or don't look at your phone, if you're holding a bottle, like feel whatever you're holding. Or like if if you're walking, just walk, be more conscious of your posture, like just see, like feel your body. So that'll help you come back from your thoughts to the present moment. And if that also doesn't help, sometimes like do that, and also just like if you're when you're breathing हो तो सांस तो अपने आप ही हो रही है ना, you don't have to like put effort into whatever you're breathing. So if just like notice it, and then when you're exhaling, like count from 1 to 5. ये तो तुम कहीं पे भी कर सकते हो ना, ट्रेन में बैठे हो, कहीं पे चल रहे हो, किसी से बात करते करते ऑल्सो यू कैन सी कि मतलब यू डू अ लॉन्ग एक्सहेल, दे वोंट इवन रियलाइज।
मतलब इनहेल नॉर्मल करना है और एक्सहेल लॉन्ग होना चाहिए।
लॉन्ग होना चाहिए, हाँ। एक्सहेल करते टाइम 5 तक काउंट करो।
अच्छा, और इनहेल करते वक्त कुछ भी काउंट नहीं करना है?
नहीं, इनहेल क्योंकि इफ यू स्ट्रेस्ड एंड यू आर लाइक कॉन्स्टेंटली थिंकिंग, वो एकदम क्विक ही होता है।
अच्छा।
And to like do a very long inhale, it takes a lot of effort then to like snap out of it and like take a really long breath. Sometimes that is too much effort, because then you have to like be like कि oh my god, I have to work on myself. Like हम self sabotage भी करते हैं ना इतना सोच सोच के।
हम्म।
So like it's easier to like do longer exhale than if you're in a loop in your head.
ओके। तो वन थिंग इज कि वी हैव टू ऑब्जर्व आवर इन्वायरमेंट,
And your body, if you're walking, your sensations.
योर बॉडी एंड द एनवायरनमेंट, जो भी
Yeah,
सराउंडिंग में है वो चीज ऑब्जर्व करो तो मे बी यूल बी इन द प्रेजेंट। एंड द अदर
yeah,
थिंग इज इनहेल नॉर्मल एंड लॉन्ग एक्सहेल वुड हेल्प।
yeah, yeah. Like count to 5 when you're exhaling.
नंबर फाइव।
Like
ओके।
not like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like 1, 2, 3, like actual 5.
ओके। अच्छा, तो जब हम लोग काउंट करते हैं तो शायद से पूरा हमारा कंसंट्रेशन फोकस इज ऑन दैट काउंटिंग ना, तो इसलिए वो
Yeah,
थॉट्स चले जाते हैं।
yeah, yeah,
Moving to our next question, you know, sleep I feel is very important, है ना? I
yeah,
always observe this about myself कि whenever I had a good sleep, next day I'm very productive, मेरा मूड अच्छा
yeah,
होता है, और आई एम नॉट वेरी चिड़चिड़। नॉर्मली अगर मेरी नींद नहीं पूरी होगी तो आई एम वेरी एंग्शियस, और छोटी छोटी बातों पे आई विल रिएक्ट। तो
yeah,
tell me how important sleep is. How important sleep routine is actually.
yeah. I mean, you can also, I'm sure, like talk about this since you know the importance of sleep, right? Like it's so important. I don't need 8 hours. Like if I don't sleep 7, 8 hours, I am very cranky. So, and that also I need like good sleep. is so what actually helps me before sleeping, my sleep routine, I need my bed to be clean, like clear. Bed sheet gandi hoti hai, to I to can't sleep only, so I need to change my bed sheet. Or like if I'm in a hotel or if I'm traveling and I can't change his bed sheets, then you just clean it, right? And you clean your surroundings. Like I don't like clutter. I feel like if your room is cluttered and your environment is cluttered, then your sleep might also, like, your brain will still be cluttered. So that is one thing you can work on. You can always fix your like immediate room ka kachra. Like, you can like put things, थोड़ा dusting वस्टिंग कर लो, कुछ अगर इधर उधर रखा हुआ है कुछ सामान, like just tidy things up. That always helps me before sleeping. And I always like I one more thing I've realized, like drinking water. Like I feel very like I keep a water bottle next to me because I feel like thirsty in my sleep also. So I get up and drink. And like that helps because if I sometimes when I'm dehydrated in my sleep, then I can't sleep properly. Like I start getting headaches or start getting like some stomach pain, this and that. So I think like when you're sleeping, your body is actually working, right? Your body is like digesting all the food you've eaten and like so water helps with like your bodily functions. So drink water before sleeping. And then yeah, like I would love to brush every day. I don't do it, but like the day I do brush before sleeping, it's great. Even
I
if I don't, I sleep fine, but like yeah, it helps.
That's my it's a habit. I normally do it. I brush my teeth before sleeping. And
Yeah.
while we were talking about water, I was smiling constantly because the problem is when we drink a lot of water, it happens
It
with
could
me.
be
I get up in the middle of the night and it disturbs
yeah.
my sleep. So, this is
Yeah.
really a big issue in my life. I get up in the middle of night always.
It's
So
great
even I have
to clean.
started avoiding drinking water like 1 or 2 hours before sleeping. So yeah, that maybe depends on it. Maybe case to case. This might
Yeah,
work
yeah,
for
yeah,
somebody, and this might not work for someone.
yeah. No, no, for sure. Like
Yeah.
you have to see like what's bothering your sleep, like how your body works, and then like see what works out for you.
I
Yeah.
also feel like 8 hours of sleep though is very important. And acha, normally
Yeah.
when I don't sleep, I sleep for 5 hours or 6 hours. I sleep during the day. So do you think कि वो
Yeah.
कवर हो जाता है? मैं रात में अगर नहीं सोई हूँ प्रॉपर और मैं दिन में 2 घंटे की नींद पूरी कर रही हूँ और टोटल इट इज 8 hours. तो will
Yeah.
that compensate for my night sleep?
Yeah, it like really depends on what you're doing in the day. For example, अगर तुम्हारा दिन बहुत ऐसे like it's like physically you have to do a lot of things, okay? Like you have to go out in the heat and like do things, and then you're very tired and you've taken 1 hour ka nap, and then again you have to physically do things, so your body will get tired before you have to sleep at night. But if you're just like chilling, like sometimes I'm just working from home all day, right? And like us समय if I sleep in the afternoon, then there's no way I'm getting sleep at night. Like early. Like then I won't sleep by 11. Maybe I'll sleep by 1 o'clock. Right. So I don't think it really like gets covered. It obviously like afternoon nap really helps with like exhaustion. So afternoon naps are good. Like half an hour, 40 minutes is fine. Like full-fledged 2 hours sleeping, 3 hours sleeping in the afternoon is thoda like it doesn't work for me because my night sleep gets fucked up.
So basically you're saying कि रात की नींद बहुत important है 8 hours. And then
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yes, you should sleep for 8 hours.
हाँ. Yeah, वो तो सोई और अगर आफ्टरनून में if you take a nap, that's more like a if you're tired and you need like a power nap.
हम्म। मतलब ऐसा नहीं कि मैं रात को 6 घंटे सो रही हूँ तो दिन में मैंने कवर कर लिया, वैसा नहीं होता. योर
दो
बॉडी
घंटे
स्टोर्स एवरीथिंग.
या अगर रात में 6 घंटे सो और 8 घंटा कवर कर लिए, दिन में 2 घंटे सो गए, फिर
हाँ.
वो आई थिंक जो दिन का होता है वो फिर वो रात को फिर 2 घंटा कम हो जाता है. सो
हाँ.
इट्स एन दैट साइकिल
साइकिल.
देन. या
अच्छा, one basic mistake that we do when talking about sleep.
one basic mistake that is so hard to get rid of is phone. Like using phone right before sleeping and like picking it up right after getting up. Like that is one thing which is so basic, which everybody does, I feel, including me. वो लेकिन हमने थोड़ा भी अगर कंट्रोल कर लिया तो आई थिंक इट्स वेरी हेल्पफुल.
So I'm being a little conscious about these things. So
या
when I'm in my room, I always keep my phone outside of my bedroom.
Good.
That is one thing I've started, but I'm not being constant with this. Sometimes, like I would take my phone,
हो
but
जाता
I'm trying to do that
है.
right now. And even I avoid taking phone in the morning, like first thing.
Good.
So I
That's
try
good.
to just do my normal things, and after I'm done with
Yeah.
my maybe household chores or reading something,
Yeah.
and after that I pick up my phone.
Yeah. So that must be helping, right? You
Yes,
probably see the shift in your, yeah. Like what's the difference that you see when you're like using it and when you're not using it?
I feel very calm. Normally, I'm not a person who's very much addicted to phone. तो मेरा
Yeah.
ऐसा भी नहीं है कि I cannot avoid. Like बहुत लोगों का ऐसा प्रॉब्लम होता है कि they
Yeah.
cannot avoid using phone ना. तो मेरा वो इशू
Yeah.
नहीं है कि मैं addicted हूँ. तो it is very easy for me to not touch the phone. मैं सारा सारा दिन I can stay away from my phone
That's good.
if there is no call or something. I can avoid
Yeah.
Instagram, Facebook, or anything. I'm not very much
Yeah.
addicted. So one thing is it is not something very difficult for me. ये
Yeah.
practice and normally भी ना I feel रात को अगर मैं फोन यूज करके सो रही हूँ तो जब मैं सुबह उठती हूँ ना तो I feel मेरी आंखें बहुत ज्यादा जल रही हैं और मेरा हेड थोड़ा सा हैवी लगता है हाँ
Yeah.
और
Yeah.
नॉर्मली अगर मैं फोन बाहर रख चुकी हूँ एंड देन इफ आई एम टेकिंग अ गुड like 8 hours of sleep and then I'm getting up in the morning तो मुझे बहुत अच्छा फील होता है that and
Yeah.
I feel calm.
Yeah.
That is a difference. I can really feel that. That is why I've started, कि फोन से थोड़ा दूर रहना है.
नहीं सही है. सेम वही है कि लाइक एज सून एज यू गेट अप सनलाइट भी देखते हैं वो भी थोड़ा डिफरेंस मुझे लगता है मेरी आँख थोड़ी खुल रही है और तुरंत फिर फोन की रेस देखो तो ऐसे जल लाइक इट फील्स लाइक
हाँ.
आईज आर बर्निंग. दैट्स गुड सो या दैट्स इट.
Anything, any breathing technique जो हम रात को practice कर सकें before sleeping that would help.
So I feel like there's this one thing that sometimes helps. Like I can't like demonstrate it right now. I'll have to go to my bed. But like you lie down ऐसे
Hmm.
and then you like fold your knees. मतलब ऐसे triangle. You know how we fold our knees?
Yeah.
हाँ तो बस ऐसे ही फोल्ड कर लो knees को and then just keep one hand on your chest and one hand ऐसे ही side में.
Okay.
Or you keep one hand on your stomach also. It's fine and keep one hand side में. Okay. And then just like सांस तो ले ही रहे हो वैसे भी ना obviously. Then just like focus on your stomach going up and down. Like do it's like abdominal breathing basically. So usually when you're breathing, you breathe from your there's like three, four types of breathing, like cervical and like some chest breathing, and there's abdominal breathing. So that's it's like breath कहाँ से आ रही है type. So if your abdominal breathing is the deepest breathing because it's coming like all the way. So you have to consciously do it. But before sleeping, it helps
Okay.
because it like completely like shuts your nervous system. It this actually really helps like when you can't sleep, मतलब नींद नहीं आ रही है या कुछ, then abdominal breathing will help.
अच्छा नॉर्मली भी abdominal breathing ही करनी चाहिए during day also like you should be conscious of your breathing या फिर chest breathing is okay.
उतना conscious नहीं like normal time if you do abdominal breathing, it will like ज्यादा काम हो जाओगे वही काम you can't function उतने काम में. It's like you know you understand like you need थोड़ा energy ना to
हाँ
function. Yeah, yeah.
थोड़ा एनर्जी लेवल भी डाउन हो जाएगा अगर
Energy level.
are doing abdominal breathing.
Yeah, yeah. It's good for sleeping, that's why. Because you're completely like it's like shutting down your body.
Okay.
Yeah.
So as we were talking about phone,
Yeah, yeah.
most of us are overwhelmed or anxious or constantly comparison. Like there's a comparison, on social media कि इनकी life में ये चल
Yeah.
रहा है, they are living such a great life, and that really creates anxiety among like
Yeah.
of us. So anything that would help to deal with that anxiety caused by social media or phone.
Um, I mean, like, first of all, don't use it इतना. मैं क्या बोल I have quit Instagram like since it's been like 2 years and initially like one day I used to install but वो भी एकदम ही बंद हो गया है 1 साल से because I just don't see the point. Like I understand people have built their whole businesses and all uspe, and if you are doing that, then hire social media managers, I feel. If your business is dependent on social media. Like there's so many social media managers now, right? Just hire one. It's fine. And I don't think they're that expensive also. Like if they're just right out of college. It's so I that's what like because like Insta, Facebook and all this is just you know how it is. Like it's like propaganda. People are just like advertising things. Like it's not like anything useful. Um that and like obviously if you're on it now, I am to not on it, but obviously I feel like if you're on it, then one thing that used to help me is that there are these apps now that as soon as you open your Insta, they force you to like uh take a pause for like 2 seconds. I can like look up the name of the app later and like we can put it in the description. So as soon as you open the app, it like automatically like it'll be like okay, take a second and like breathe. So you can put exercises usme. So then you take a second and you take a breath in, take a breath out, and only then you can open your Instagram or like whatever you're using. And then you if you want to learn a language like I used to do, मैंने उसमें स्पेनिश डाल दिया था कि तो every time I used to open Instagram they used to give me a Spanish quiz and I had to finish that whole quiz, only then I could use Instagram. So I was learning Spanish because of that. So like you can do stuff like this
Okay.
that really helped me.
So वो
Yeah.
Instagram, you have to install some application too that will work with Instagram. कि You will open
That
Instagram
works.
and then you'll get some notification and you'll do what it is asking you to do.
Yeah.
अच्छा, okay.
It's a free app only. I'll send you the thing. I'll look it up what it was. I used to use that. It really helped me. Like if anybody wants to check that, there are a lot of apps these days
Hmm.
that help you do.
Fine.
And
And
like tell,
no,
tell,
no,
tell.
go ahead.
No, and I feel like you should be like more aware of like what's triggering you. Like we are adults now, right? Like we can be more aware. Like if there's something on Instagram like that's triggering you, just like just like shut it. Like just keep your phone on the side or like just s- like try to just focus on like what's around you instead. Like phone is the one small device, right? There's like there are things around you. So just focus on like look at something else or like see where you're sitting, like focus on your body a little bit. So it'll help you like snap out of the anxiety.
Okay.
Yeah.
And one very important question.
Oh yeah.
Does our body holds emotions? And can yoga help to release, trauma or stored emotions?
No, for sure. Like yoga has really helped me a lot. I would definitely recommend it. Because body, though we don't realize how much emotions it holds. All our emotions are only held by our body. Like everything and like we go through life like normally also. We don't even realize like what our body has taken in. Like it doesn't show up also. Like so I like how will you if you're really stressed, you'll also see like your facial muscles are like tightening and then like after that thing ends you'll be like oh my god my face is hurting. Like that happens a lot to me. Like my whole like and then I'm like I can feel like my skin is just like calming down then. So your body is holding that tension. That's why like if you smile too much your cheeks will hurt. Like you have to be polite to people, right, in social settings. And then so your body does hold emotions obviously, or like your jaw might tighten, your like shoulders might hurt sometimes. So all this is like your body is actually taking in things and like holding it. So yoga really helps because yoga is not just like a workout, right? Like yoga is obviously a lot it's done with emotions. Like you have to do your yoga with emotions. That's how it works. So it will release it. Like this, that's the only way. And if you like consistently do yoga, it will like change your life and you won't even realize it.
Okay.
It's the only thing is I feel like people are like yoga is an Indian thing and it should be so famous among Indians, but now it's so famous in the West
Yeah.
because West people in the West are so burnt out. They are constantly working. And nothing helps them. Like you go to the gym and you like take all these weights and all, you get more excited. Like you need something to like release, not get more excited. So they all have done yoga. Like they do so much yoga more than Indians, and they come to India and they learn it, and then they go there and they teach, and they are making so much money with yoga. Like I'm not saying money is the goal. I'm just saying like they have taken it up on themselves to like we want to learn and we want to like teach other people and we want to open yoga studios. Like they're like huge businesses now, with yoga. There's like yoga pants, like Lululemon. Their whole business is yoga pants.
Yeah, okay. I'm not.
Yeah, like
Acha.
it's a huge American brand.
Acha.
Yeah, so like point being ki like we take yoga all this for granted, but this is our culture. Like if we really want to get into it, like Indian like we have a lot of this thing information.
So before we wrap up the call, I just want you to tell us one breathing technique that we should practice daily.
I feel like See, like daily, I feel like because we want to focus on practical things, which we can do, like just walking, chilling, talking, the like just like slowing down your breath, like just being, firstly, like we said, two steps. First, be aware of
Mm.
like how your breathing is. Sometimes, we are in something and we don't even realize what we are feeling. We are just feeling so much. So if you just like focus on your breath, like put your hand here for a second and just see like सांस बहुत जल्दी जल्दी है या slow है या what is happening.
Mm.
Okay. And whatever it is, you don't have to like fully rationalize it in your head and be like, yahi hai. It's fine. Like just be aware and then just make it slow. Like just put your hand here only, like and just make it slower. Make it. So that will instantly help you. And that is one thing you should just do every day. Like just like being aware of like how your body is reacting to things and being aware of, your just your surroundings, yourself. इंस्टेड ऑफ लाइक कुछ हुआ तुरंत रिएक्ट कर दिया, वो आदत डालो, बस रिएक्ट नहीं करना है। कुछ हुआ, ओके, जस्ट टेक अ सेकंड, लाइक क्या हुआ,
Mm.
यू नो। या
Okay,
दैट्स
fine. So that was really an insightful
इट।
conversation. Thank you so much, Sukriti, for joining the call.
Thank you so much for doing this. I'm really hopeful कि the people who are listening, it helps them.